So we will be sticking with our regular scheduled program, which is to play local Canberra music and showcase the great talent we have in this city. But I am not alone. I have two guests with me today. I have Adam Bowler from Slowbeard and Saxon Davis from Voodoo Acid Space Kings.
Hello to everybody listening all over Canberra. How you doing?
Thanks for having us, Spaceman.
Thank you.
You're both very welcome. These guys are in here today to promote an upcoming gig and just to generally chat about their band. So for those listeners who aren't familiar with them, they can get to know these guys and their music. Speaking of music, let's play a quick track. This is by BC. It's called Stupid as Stupid Do.
Yeah, it's a cracker, so turn up your stereos.
Yeah.
Up to what number, Saxon?
It goes to 11.
11.
11.
Let's do it. Here we go. You're listening to 2XX FM 98.3. You're with Spaceman Africa.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the station promo there.
That's right.
Coming to you live. Welcome. We are back, and I am Spaceman. I'm joined by Adam Bowler from Slowbeard and Saxon Davis from Voodoo Acid Space Kings, not to be mistaken with the Voodoo Acid Space Dolls.
Well played, good sir.
Yeah, or the Voodoo Acid Space Monkeys. Yeah, that's what my mum calls the band. Love you, Mum.
You've got your little, thing at home with the little monkeys in it.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to introduce yourselves, perhaps state what band you're in, what role you have in that band, and then maybe one-word bio about the band or something. Not a one-word, one line, one sentence.
Yeah, one sentence to describe the band.
Well, would you like to start this?
Yeah, sure. Well, hello, everybody. My name's Saxon Davis. I am the drummer and vocalist in the band Voodoo Acid Space Kings. It's
primary songwriter as well.
Yeah. Primary songwriter. I write all the parts, and then I show it to the rest of the band. Rowan sings on bass, Josh sings on guitar, and my dad Matt on guitar and vocals as well. And it's always a fun little process trying to come up with different riffs and different variations of the songs. And we're actually in the process of making the album at the moment, so it's very exciting. It's a slow process, but we hope to get it done by middle this year. So
okay, cool.
Fingers crossed.
That was my next question. When's that going to be ready? So mid-year, you think?
Yeah. Yep. Mid-year. Yeah.
And how long have you guys been together? And where did the name come from?
The name sort of came from me and my mum brainstorming. It was more like, what's your favourite Steve Vai song? And I was like, one of them is Voodoo Acid from the Ultrazone album. And then I was like, Space Kings, Voodoo Acid Space Kings. And then it's just stuck from there. Yeah, it's really cool.
Right, and you guys have been together, what, 3 years now? 4?
We've been around since around then. Maybe a couple of years. Yeah, it's very exciting. Very cool.
Yeah, I've seen you guys play live a few times. It is a great live show.
Thank you.
And we will talk more about that soon. Adam.
Hello, good sir.
Tell us about your reason for being here.
The venture, otherwise known as Slowbeard. Stoner rock with a enigmatic twist is probably what I would say. A bit of quirk to it is what the three-piece, otherwise known as Slowbeard, is renowned for. I play the part of drummer / cowbell extraordinaire percussionist.
Cowbell.
I have 4 cowbells in Slowbeard now.
4 cowbells?
It's not enough.
Is it enough?
It is
it's
not.
Definitely not
There's
enough.
There's definitely need for more cowbell, and the cowbell tree is growing. So it seems to multiply every 3 months or so when I find one that hits the right tone.
Yeah, the right tone, the right sound.
But I have more recently added a timbale to our live set as well, which is another different sort of quirk that you don't hear in stoner rock. So there's a bit of fun to be had with Slowbeard. So which comprises, as a three-piece, it's Adam Bowler, myself on drums, Mr. Mark Porter on bass, and Super Dan Extraordinary Man, Dan Gillis, on flashy guitar out the front.
And vocals.
And vocals,
I love his voice. It's very...
Yeah, he does very well.
Smooth, considering the genre.
We have a lot of fun.
I didn't realise I was joined by 2 drummers. This is...
I know. Why'd you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
It will be a drummer joke-free zone.
No, it won't.
Not that I know any, but...
what's the old one? Are you ready for one?
Is this the one about a musician?
No.
Is it one about changing a light bulb or something?
How do you know if the stage is level?
The drummer's hasn't fallen off? Or
there's drool coming out of both sides of the drummer's mouth. I've always loved that joke.
Oh, God.
All right, and so... Slowbeard, where's the name come from? How long you guys been together?
Slowbeard's been around for I think 6 years now. Yeah, we've been sort of been pretty busy over the years. Like we've sort of just ventured pre-COVID. We sort of got together and just sort of started writing songs working through Dan's songs that he had written. It's mostly his product. But we sort of kind of formed and shaped them into different arrangements that suited Mark and I as well. It's been a bit of a love thing. We're also working through to getting a recording done this year as well, which is our focus. Another mid-year project, by the way. So, hopefully soon enough. But we have got a few things in the way of videos and stuff recorded, but we haven't got anything sort of official as a release. So we're working to that. on our Slowbeard.
Speaking of which, Dan, the singer from
Yep.
Slowbeard, has sent me in a song. This is a recording from Potbelly last year, July of 2024. The song's called Animal.
Yep, this will be thanks to Kurt Neist from out at the Potbelly, who always does an awesome job out there, putting on the sound, and this came from his desk and a bit of fun.
Well, let's have a listen, and then when we come back, we'll talk about upcoming gig with the Swedish band Greenleaf.
Woot.
All right, so this is Animal, Slowbeard.
Live at Potbelly.
Yes.
Hey, this next song's got a bit of bad language in it. If that's not for you, just tune out. But not forever. Come back to 98.3 on the FM dial.
XFM 98.3, people-powered radio in Canberra since 1976. Now in our 5th decade and still going strong with your support. Visit 2xfm.org.au to listen online and find out how to subscribe, donate, sponsor, or become involved as a volunteer at your community station.
And that was Animal by Slowbeard, and we are blessed to have Adam Bowler from Slowbeard, as well as Saxon Davis from Voodoo Acid Space Kings as our guests today. And you are on Local and Live with Spaceman. All right, lads, so let's get down to business. You're here to promote an upcoming gig.
Yes.
At the Baso on the 23rd of February with a big Swedish band, I believe.
Yes, their name is Greenleaf. Yep. They are like at the top of their game. They're just really great. They're just really great. Their new album, The Head and the Habit, is a really fantastic listen. And we're very excited to be playing with them alongside Smoke Witch from Geelong, Iron Blanket from Sydney, and obviously Slowbeard and Voodoo Acid Space Kings. Yeah, so it's going to be a very fun night. Grab your tickets now.
And it's a Sunday Arvo show.
Yes, so, Sunday Arvo,
which is always a treasure to play. It's always a nice little prize, I think.
Yeah, of course.
It's so much fun to do just an afternoon gig that's relaxing, particularly at the Baso on an Arvo like that. It's just going to be a great lineup and a great lot of fun. So if you haven't bought a ticket, it's worth the price of admission. So, yeah, I did see the price online, and ticket prices are ticket prices, but these guys are definitely worth the cent. It's really good. So they're awesome, really great.
I had to listen to them earlier. I would agree. They sound amazing. I've just got a little blurb here. It says, Greenleaf is a Swedish stoner rock band that was formed in 1999, not any other 99.
26 years.
We are gonna
The band is known for their riff-heavy sound. It is considered one of the most prominent acts in the European heavy underground.
Absolutely.
And then Iron Blanket, this will be their first time to Canberra, I believe, but their influences include Pentagram, Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd, and Hawkwind.
Yeah, pretty good influences. That's great.
Are you aware of Iron Blanket and their material?
Yes, I heard a little bit of their stuff. They're really good. They're definitely worth a listen.
Yeah.
And so, 5 p.m. start.
Yep.
There's 5 bands. Sunday, 23rd of Feb. So that's not this Sunday, the one after.
Yep.
And tickets at Oztix, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. Slowbeard are opening. Then kicking on to, I think it's
Smoke. Yeah. Then Smoke Witch.
Yeah, and then
and then there is Iron Blanket, Voodoo Acid Space Kings, and then Greenleaf.
Yeah,
it'll be great. Not too long ago, I believe in 2023, a band called Dozer came down to Australia, and Slowbeard supported them as well.
Yeah, we were privileged to open for them that time through as well.
Yeah, and 2 of the guys from Greenleaf, the drummer Sebastian and the guitar player Tommy from Greenleaf were also playing in Dozer as well. So seeing that was very cool, and now getting to see Greenleaf play is going to be even cooler.
Greenleaf have been to Canberra before. They played at the Transit Bar many years ago.
Oh, wow.
Long time
Were you
ago.
at that gig?
I was not at that gig. I wish I was.
That is a smaller venue.
Yeah. But it was their first time here in Canberra, so they're very much in the vein of stuff like Caius and other things such as Truck Fighters and DeVille are another band that we've played with as well, who are another Swedish stoner rock band. They just seem to have all the classy stoner rock acts in Sweden.
Yeah.
But there's some amazing bands out there, and these guys are pretty much at the top of the bill. They're headlining a lot of festivals that they're playing on, or at least in the top 3 or 4 bands that are on the bills of 20, 30 band lineups. So they're exceptional. They really are good. Their quality of their live performance is next level. So get out and get along.
Yeah. Get out there.
Yeah.
Get out there.
I don't care about us. Just come along to see them.
Yeah.
Just they're worth it.
Well, I
They're
mean,
worth
you
it.
guys are on first, so make sure
Very
you
happy.
get there at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, please do. But
For the punters heading along, what can they expect when they see Slowbeard?
Slowbeard. Slowbeard is just an energetic set. There's a bit of double kick. There's lots of cowbell, bit of timbale, a lot of fun.
That's worth getting there at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, Mark does his crazy bass work, and there may be references to all sorts of stuff through what his taste is, and he plays a bit of slap, plays a bit of. He's purchased recently a fretless bass, which is another new sound for Slowbeard as well, so that's going to be interesting. And Dan's kind of explored the whole stereo guitar sound, which is creating a new vibe. We're really interested in pushing that onto the big stage. Hopefully it's going to work really well at the main stage at the Baso.
Will you have Beck Shannon on tambourine.
If she wishes, she can come.
I saw a Slowbeard gig at the Baso and Beck Shannon
the
was
back room,
playing tambourine.
Yeah, she's more than welcome. She can bring instrument of her choice and join us on stage at any time. The invitation is open. We would love it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She
We
loves
encourage-
cowbell. She loves it.
We encourage antics on stage. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's the fun is what we're all about, having a good time.
Sounds great. And Saxon, what about the Voodoo Acid Space Kings? What can people expect?
Well, it's a bit of a mix. It's a bit of a mix of like metal, stoner, prog, a little bit of doom. I like writing songs that are like a bit diverse. There's like quite a few groovy ones, some fast Motorhead punch in the face sort of stuff, or like very very proggy, very trippy sort of stuff, like our song "Once More Around the Sun," or like if you want a very very groovy one, which for like "She Loves the Dead," "Superfly." That's a new one. That'll be
Superfly's great. I love that.
Yeah,
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's very cool. yeah. It's like a mix of like different stuff, but still within the metal genre. A lot of double kick and very proggy stuff. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
As the drummer, will there be any drumstick throwing, twirls,
Yes.
catches?
Yes. Yeah. 100% throughout the whole set.
Is there still
I will
standing?
not drop any single sticks.
Oh, you heard it first.
yeah. At the Greenleaf gig only, I'll not drop a single stick.
You've now tainted yourself now, touching wood everywhere.
If you drop both at the one time, that's okay because that's double.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, I have seen Saxon play and drop a stick and still continue his double kick work and his amazing fills while reaching down to pick up the said stick off the ground while still playing. It's been, as a 20-something, I wish I had that flexibility. You know, that was like, just amazing. But anyway, be prepared.
Yeah. It'll be a very very fun show.
Make no mistake, these bunch of guys are excellent musicians. The other band members are excellent musicians. I have seen them perform many times. I also wish I had such skill and flexibility. All right. Saxon, let's play Voodoo Acid Space Kings. For some reason, I keep wanting to say dolls. I don't know. What would that be?
So are you saying the Voodoo Dolls? Is that right?
Yeah, Voodoo
I
Dolls.
was going to ask, where am I getting that from? Is there a band called Voodoo Dolls?
Yes.
Maybe. That's it.
Or
Or the Transit Dolls, maybe.
Maybe.
That's a tip of the hat to my old former bandmate,
Yeah, they're
Mr. Montgomery Wilcox.
yeah.
friend of the show, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But Saxon, tell us about a song that we're going to play for your band.
Well, this particular song is called "She Loves the Dead." It's our very fun, groovy one about just seeing a chick and being like, "Wow, she looks like she loves the dead. She loves the sky turning red," that sort of thing. We have a bit of a running joke, like at our first couple of shows, where we say, "This song is specifically designed to remove any form of undergarments." something hilarious. But the song is about finding a chick that you just love so much, and it's just like
Such a Valentine's
really cool.
Day story, Saxon.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very Valentine's-y sort of thing. I just picked it randomly, but this is from the time where we supported Alan Johannes last year. So hope you guys enjoy.
If you were planning on proposing to your partner today, this is the song to do it to.
Before we go on, if that's okay, I just want to send a big shout out to your mate Bookings, who are putting on the gig for Greenleaf.
Yes.
They also put on Alan Johannes and also the other gigs that I mentioned before, Dozer and DeVille as well. The support of him bringing bands like that into Canberra is massive. So
yeah, it's really
not
cool.
lost on us. So
Yeah. Shout out to Anthony Blaney. You're an
man.
absolute legend.
Absolutely.
Okay,
All right,
here we
Saxon,
go.
Let's go.
All right, this is "She Loves the Dead" from Voodoo Acid Space Kings, album coming very soon.
People Powered Radio 2XXFM 98.3 is your community radio station and needs your support. Visit our website to subscribe, donate or become a sponsor, 2XXFM.org.au.
And welcome back to Local and Live. You are with the Spaceman, and thank you for tuning in on our Valentine's Day edition. That was our She Loves the Dead. That's our romantic song for the show.
Oh, I've got a romantic song still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a Bock promo when coming in.
All right.
There's a story behind it. I'll let you know.
Okay, so anyway, that was She Loves the Dead by Voodoo Acid Space Kings.
Thank you very much for listening.
They're Saxon and Adam from Voodoo Acid Space Kings.
Slowbeard.
Not Voodoo Acid Space Dolls. Just saying.
Yeah, Voodoo Acid Slowbeard.
They're in here to promote their upcoming gig, which is at the Baso on Sunday, 23rd of February, which is in 9 days' time, Sunday afternoon, 5 p.m. doors, supporting the Riff Slayers Greenleaf from Sweden. Now, lads, you cannot come in here without a random question.
Okay, let's wear this. Like the best of them.
All right, which are we doing? 5? Are you doing 5? Saxon?
I was going to do.
And you're going to do 10?
Yeah,
You're
I'll do
doing 10.
10.
All right,
Yeah.
Saxon, number 5. If you had to cover a song from a completely different genre to yours, which song would it be?
When it comes to like maybe let's do jazz. I like to do maybe a metal version of like a Love Supreme or Giant Steps by John Coltrane, or maybe something by John Zorn. something crazy like John Zorn, like Naked City or something like that. Yeah. Something crazy. I don't know.
I'm sure it would be, yes. Adam, you were question number 10.
Okay.
If you could write a theme song for any superhero, who would it be and what would it sound like?
I would write one about Lobo. I don't know whether you guys know comics, DC Comics, but I'm a bit of an old-fashioned hand at comics, and I love Lobo, who's kind of an anti-hero. He was a Zarnian I'll keep it short, but essentially he was one of the few people in the DC universe that's beaten the absolute out of Superman. So I, for that alone, I think that deserves credit. And I was introduced to Lobo in my comic reading days by my old lead singer from a band called Bock. So it's a bit of a shout out to him, because I think at the moment, I haven't been in touch with him for a while, but last time I spoke to him, he was living in the Pilbara region, which is just about to be hit with the storm. So, yeah, I'm just thinking that if we could digress and go towards a Bock track, that might be a shout out on Valentine's Day.
Wow, you're a professional. What a great segue. So, Adam Bowler has knows the Canberra scene very well, including the 90s. So we will be doing a 90s themed show coming up very soon. And here's a bit of a taste that this is a band called Bock that you were formerly a member of.
Yep.
And we're going to play track number 3, Clown with a Grin.
Clown with a Grin, yeah.
All right, let me cue this up.
I don't think there's a swearing warning, but just in case, yeah, for those, there might be dirty words.
All right, well, let's play Clown with a Grin. This is from the band Bock. When were these guys around?
97 to late 99, early 2000. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
A lot of fun.
I remember those years.
I don't.
I don't.
I wasn't even born yet.
It's the way the world goes.
Well,
People Powered Radio 2XXFM 98.3 is your community radio station and needs your support. Visit our website to subscribe, donate or become a sponsor, 2XXFM.org.au.
And welcome back. Welcome back to Local and Live. You're with Spaceman. I have Adam Bowler and Saxon Davis here from their respective bands, which aren't easy to say quickly over and over again. You will have just had to be here earlier to know what bands they're from. But just then we heard a former band of Adam Bowler.
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
You were telling me where you recorded that.
Yeah, we recorded that in Charing Cross in Bondi in Sydney in the 90s. I think it was 98, where Midnight Oil famously recorded 1098, which is pretty awesome place. The church used to also rehearse and record in that space as well, and plenty of other famous bands. It was an amazing room, an amazing experience. I've never seen so many old-fashioned Neumann microphones in one place. It was like a collection on a wall in a very expensive, secure cabinet. It was incredible.
That's pretty cool.
It was a funny experience. It was basically a house that had been converted into the studio. And in the front room of the house, there was like it was an apartment really. There was like a lowered, like 70s style flooring that you step
like
down
a pit kind of
thing. Sort of thing, yeah. And the drum kit was stationed in that little thing there,
right?
And then upstairs there was a Neve desk. Very classic studio, pretty amazing room, and an amazing experience to be part of that. So, yeah,
cool.
Very privileged for that.
Very privileged. Saxon, have you graced the the recording studios or the stage of any of your heroes?
Well, I mean, just playing alongside Alan Johannes recently, that was a really, really special experience. Not too long ago in January, I supported... it was freaking amazing playing with him. And I recently... I shared the stage with a band called Enforcer. They're also from Sweden, that Anthony from Your Mate Bookings brought down. That was a lot of fun. I recorded my first EP, Rings of Saturn, in a small studio called Infidel Studios in Queanbeyan. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Duncan Lowe for helping me make the album and record the album, and that was a very, very cool experience. I'm recording the new album for Voodoo Acid Space Kings at my place. It's very, very, very cool. It's a nice learning experience, and having to change the mics up and all of that stuff. Demo also helped out record the drums, which I'm forever grateful for. And it's very cool, very fun stuff.
The recording experience is always
It's always there's always like, oh, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that, like there's all these different ideas, and it's always very, very cool having that experience.
It can be hard to stop though. Like at some point you have to go, okay, it's finished. Like
you have to have an idea about what you're trying to achieve before you go in. Otherwise, it's so hard to otherwise distraction and continue.
And it'll just like waste time. It's just it's good to know what you really want to do before, and then you just go in and then just absolutely just get it done.
And you want to make sure that you don't polish stuff too much, because sometimes adding too much can actually deteriorate from the
of course. It's good to just let it come natural.
Yeah, that's right.
A diverse alternative to mainstream radio with an emphasis on our local community. 2XXFM is a volunteer-based, not-for-profit community organisation. Find out how you can support your community station by volunteering on the air or behind the scenes. Visit 2XXFM.org.au.
And you are with Spaceman on Local and Live. I hope you've been enjoying the show. Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Of course, details about the gig again. It is Greenleaf at the Baso on Sunday, 23rd of February. Doors are at 5 because there is 5 different acts on, starting with Slowbeard, which is Adam's project, then Smoke Witch, Voodoo Acid Space Kings, Iron Blanket, and Greenleaf.
Yeah.
So thank you, boys, for coming in today
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank
You're a
you
legend.
indeed. Yeah.
on this St. Valentine's Day edition.
I appreciate the support from 2XX. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. If you missed any of today's show, you can listen to it back on demand on the webpage on 2xxfm.org.au. And have a great weekend. Get out there and support local live music. I will be back on Monday with special guest Liberty Bell.
Ooh,
Adam,
awesome.
are you familiar with them?
For some reason, I've got no idea why. I am familiar with them, as in like I'm playing with them as well. So
Nice.
it's old country sort of stuff. It's my other venture.
One of many.
One of many.
One of
They
many.
will be in to talk about recordings they're up to and performing live. So anyway, thanks guys for coming in. Thank you for listening.